not ready for that.
The business of content creation can be a minefield, and today I'm going to be meeting my friend Stephen at his studio to find out more about looking for your first client. So here we are with Stephen. Do you want to tell us more about yourself?
So I'm a full-time photographer and videographer as well. I'm shooting advertising for major brands worldwide.
What are the key things that we're going to be talking about today?
Well, I will try today to give my best tips for photography beginners to find clients, keep them, convince them to work with them, attract them. And I'm gonna give my two strategies. One strategy is to push my works, to sell it. And another strategy is to pull people towards me, like to communicate in order to attract people. And you're gonna see it's super efficient.
So when finding your first client, what is the mindset that you need to have?
So you don't have a portfolio, you don't have a reputation, you don't have experience, you don't have a network. Just accept that and just go find your jobs, knowing it's going to be the hardest time of your career.
You then send that first email, to all the clients and stuff. What do you do whilst you're waiting for that response, and how do you deal with the fear of rejection?
So first thing is, it's not going to work out with one email. Reach out to many people and accept that it's part of the process.
When you're waiting for them to get back to you, what do you do in the meantime?
So I try to make it as minimalistic as I can, like a few days a month I shoot for money, and all the rest I shoot to improve, I shoot for fun, I shoot to enjoy, because it's my passion at the same time.
How do you approach equipment?
I would say there is two major things to look at. First, choose your brand. I chose Canon 15 years ago because I wanted a brand that is efficient, minimalistic, powerful, and there is a huge range of lenses. So once you buy your first lens, you have possibility to evolve, and then choose your piece of equipment. And here, my tip would be to invest in the most expensive one you can afford. And then once you start to get a few jobs and get more money, you can buy one other piece of equipment, one by one.
I find that as a content creator, I'm not the best at selling. Any tips on how to sell yourself?
Yeah. To be honest, I was not the best as well until I discovered one thing. If you want to sell, you need to inspire people. You need to create a connection with them. And in the end, for me, the act of selling is just convincing someone that there is no risk working with you and that you are the best choice.
So you found that client that you want to work with and you want to sell yourself to. What's the best way to communicate with them?
I try to be a little bit mysterious. So I don't pitch the whole thing. I just pitch like some tips. Yeah, a hook. Like, hey guys, being a huge fan of your brand, I have a super cool concept. Can I have the contact of your marketing director?
And how do you stand out in the field of so many content creators? They must be getting all these emails in saying, I want to work with you. How do you make sure that you stand out from the crowd?
I try to create my own signature. So I would say, step one, imitate the best ones in your field, just to progress super fast. But as fast as you can, try to find out what differentiates you to the crowd.
I guess the next step is communication. What do you mean by communicate?
To me, a good communication is the ultimate way to build your reputation, your brand, and finally to get clients.
Which platforms do you recommend when it comes to pushing the work out so people can see your portfolio?
So basically it goes to identifying where your clients are. You need to adapt to the platform to speak the same language.
That's perfect. I like what you said there. Speak their language, go where they are. That brings me to the next step, which is the quality of your work. How important is that?
To me, it's the most important thing.
Your portfolio is your CV, and you want to show your potential clients what you're capable of, and that's where the quality comes in. Do you have any tips and tricks when it comes to actual real world putting all this into action?
Yeah. The best client for you is the one you would almost choose for free. Like you would be able to work for them without any form of payment. Of course, the best clients will pay you, so it's not even a matter. Second tip would be that in my experience, all the clients, all the best clients at least, are people I have a connection with. So try to build it as early as you can in your career. And third point would be that my best way to sell is to have someone refer for me. And my best referrals are my actual clients, because a good client, a happy one, is going to talk about you to everyone. So try to serve your clients super good. It's going to come back to you.
So, as we've gathered, finding your first clients can be daunting, but there are ways to get that up and running very quickly. And those are things like, having the right mindset, selling yourself, producing quality content, which allows clients to want to work with you and obviously put them into practice.
Absolutely. And also, most importantly, enjoy the process. It's a passion job, so just have fun all the way.